meditation. You've probably heard all about it. It's been a new craze in the media. It seems like everyone and their mom is meditating these days, or if they're not meditating, they're talking about meditating and how they're going to try meditating. And while there may be a lot of things that are advertised in the media as being healthy that aren't, meditating is not one of those things. Meditating has been shown to have a ton of amazing benefits. There are so many benefits of meditation that I could spend a whole video talking about them, but just a few of them are that it increases and boosts your immune system. It helps to enhance the ability of your natural killer cells, which kill pathogens in your body, to work efficiently and effectively. It can help improve your sleep. It can reduce anxiety and depression. And of course, there are tons of different studies to back all of these things up, which I will link down below. There are lots of different kinds of meditation. It could be just focusing on your breath. You can do gratitude meditation. You can do loving kindness meditations like metta, or body scan meditations. There are so many different kinds that you can focus on and try, but the main one that we're going to be talking about today is transcendental meditation, or mantra meditation. The main reason I've decided to start doing TM is because of the book Sound Medicine. Essentially, the book goes over all the different benefits of TM and transcendental meditation that are benefits that you would get that you might not get from other types of meditation, which are still beneficial, but this one has specific benefits that are different. And my understanding of this, after having read the book, is that it has a lot to do with the brain waves that your body and your brain give off when you are repeating a different mantra in your body. Like sound waves, our body responds to different vibrations that our thoughts are giving off when we do our mantra meditation, so saying a mantra in your head over and over and over and over again. So if you think this sounds like complete bullshit, and sound waves and vibrations and how it's all like hocus pocus, like wishy-washy stuff, maybe just think about the science behind your phone and Wi-Fi and how it works, that your phone can pick up a wave from so far away from a cell tower and can stream videos using this little wave that your device picks up. So thinking about that, is it really such a far stretch that our brains and our bodies are also affected by these different waves and vibrations that are in the air? In my opinion, not really, but everyone's entitled to their own opinion. So just like your body responds when you have a positive thought, maybe your heart rate goes up, or you feel kind of warm and you feel that your heart rate changes, or you feel, maybe when you're nervous, you feel it in your gut, you feel like those butterflies. Like, we have physiological changes based on the thoughts that we have in our head. So it's similar to that in the idea that the thoughts that we're having in our head are affecting the rest of our body, and through our mantra meditation we can affect the rest of our body that way. So each mantra can do different things depending on what it's meant for, but the one that I chose, which was listed in the book Sound Medicine, is the Dhanvantraya meditation or mantra. So I'll put the spelling up on the screen. It is Sanskrit, but it's pronounced Om Shri Dhanvantraya Namaha. So those are like four separate words. I chose this one specifically because it has to do with optimizing health, and as this channel kind of is all about health, that's obviously a huge thing that I focus on in my life. So that is the main reason why I chose it. Things that I want to accomplish with doing transcendental meditation are perhaps reduce sleep, reduce anxiety, and hopefully reduce pain in general, overall. So I've decided to start a quest to do 30 days of transcendental meditation, mantra meditation, to test and see on myself if these things really work, if transcendental meditation really will have an impact on my meditation routine, an impact on my mood, on my body, and things like that. So today was day 2 of doing TM every day for 30 days, and I found that I found it less complicated today. Day 1, I found that a lot of the time I was just focusing on like pronouncing or remembering what my mantra was in the first place, whereas this time I could remember a lot better what my mantra was, just because it's like, it's in Sanskrit, so it's not as easy to pronounce and remember, and doesn't have as much like meaning in my head as it would if it was like English. But so I found today I was able to just like remember it a lot easier and say it easier. A few times I actually said it out loud, and I found that like it resonated more with me when I said it out loud. I found I was able to focus more today than I was yesterday on day one. I think maybe that's just because I've gotten more used to it. Maybe I was more in the zone. I think it might have also been the music I was playing. But my thoughts were like less distracted. Yesterday on day one, I was even thinking about this video. I'm like, okay, today's day one, later I've got to film, but I was thinking about it while I was doing the meditation, which obviously isn't ideal. In terms of other things, I haven't found any change in terms of sleep or calmness. It is a long weekend, so I've been pretty calm this weekend. So we'll see what happens when I return to the work week tomorrow. But yeah, so far so good. I actually really enjoy it. I found it's like a nice mix up to what I normally do, like normally like a breathing meditation or something like that. I found this is way more involved in some way, and it helps like ground my mind somewhere. I find I'm someone who, like, if I'm doing a meditation that doesn't have any prompts, my mind will just scatter all over the place. But having like something to say in my head to like ground me into the moment has been really helpful. I'll check in back with you in a couple days. I'm checking back in. Today is day 7, so I started last week on Monday and today is Sunday. Oh my god, my hair is starting to get sun. It was sunny out today. Anyways, not related. So today was day 7, and I've noticed that in the first times that I was doing the meditation, I was really focused because I was really trying to remember what the mantra is. But now that I've gotten more used to the mantra and like it's more routine to say it in my head, I lose focus a lot easier and my mind wanders. And I noticed within the past week that often it would wander to work, especially because I meditate in the morning before I start work. And even like my workspace, because I'm working from home right now, my workspace is like not in my room because I don't want to have it like associated with work. My room is only associated with sleep, hopefully. But it's like not very far. It's like in the other room, like right outside my room. So I find that I'm thinking about that when my mind wanders. But I am really enjoying doing mantra meditation. I do 20 minutes of mantra and then 5 minutes of visualization at the end, and that I find is very helpful. One thing I've noticed though, one thing I've been trying to do when I'm doing the meditation is to try to focus on the my heart chakra, or just really having an elevated emotion. That's something that I learned about when I read Joe Dispenza's book, Becoming Supernatural. When you have an elevated emotion and then you have an intent with that emotion, that it really impacts your biology to a greater extent. And in the book about sound medicine, she talks about how you want to have a feeling of devotion when you are doing your mantra meditation, which makes sense to me because it'd be again that idea of having an elevated emotion, feeling gratitude, love, while you're doing your meditation works to alter your biology. I've noticed that with different music, like different sounds, when like I said, I listen to like a playlist, the meditation playlist while I do it, and different instruments, different sounds really evoke that feeling in me. So I try to put on sounds that help me do that, but I do find it challenging at the current moment. Mind you, it's only been a week, so we've got lots of time to go. This past week I've definitely fallen asleep pretty quickly. And I don't know if that's related to the meditation. I did a lot of yoga this week, a lot of like intense yoga. At the end of the day I was just feeling like exhausted. So I was falling asleep pretty easy. I do notice that I am catching my thoughts of like negativity more so than I think I have in the past. If I'm thinking a thought, I'm like, oh, why am I thinking this? I'll let you know more. In terms of like how I feel in my body, I feel like it's a little early to tell, because am doing so many other things at the same time as meditating that I wouldn't want to necessarily attribute all my progress to feeling better in my body, like having less pain and things like that towards this. But I definitely have had a lot less pain within actually this week. Yeah, this week was actually kind of like a breakthrough week, but I also did some different stuff. I did ozone vitamin C this like a week ago, so the day before I started this, so it could have been that, but it maybe it's a combination, you never know. As someone who already meditates, I'm enjoying being able to focus on something concrete, and I just find it fun to say my mantra because it's like fun words. I'll catch up with you on my next check-in in a couple days. So today is day 28 of doing TM every single day for 30 days, and I am still loving it. I like it a lot. There are a couple things that I found that make it kind of more, not enjoyable, well I guess enjoyable, but also allow my mind to focus a lot better while doing it, because at first I find my mind wanders quite a bit. I'll be like, sometimes I'll be like 10 minutes in and I'll be like, wow, I barely really said my mantra over and over again. So one thing that I've recently found really helps is really doing the breath with my, like with the words. So my mantra, which I'll put up on the screen here, is Om Shri Dhanvantraya Namaha. And that's again what I got from the book Sound Medicine, which I just kind of, that mantra spoke to me and I decided to use that one. But what I do is I do an exhale with Om Shri, then inhale with Dhanvantraya, and then hold the breath on Namaha. And I find that way really helps keep a rhythm, and even when my mind does wander, I notice like my breath kind of stays the same, and then if my mind is kind of wandering somewhere else, my brain will kind of kick back in to the mantra, and I notice that I'm like leaving the mantra, or if my mind is straying away from it, I notice it a lot quicker. In terms of music and things like that, I found certain songs that I really like. They're mostly ambient, but there's this one song, I'm gonna find it right now. It's called One Moment in Time by Michael Banabila. What I like about that song is it has a lot of different background sounds that I find really kind of speak to me on like a more emotional level. They feel very like human sounds, like kind of like birds chirping. I don't know, I can't even describe it. You should go listen to it. It feels like a very like human experience kind of song. But anyway, I like that because I find that it can get me into the feelings of gratitude, or what is mentioned in the book Sound Medicine is a feeling of like devotion while you do your meditation. I find that makes it a lot easier, like the sounds like resonating with me. I do find that I kind of go off and on with like feeling the feelings of devotion. Like I feel like I can't hold it for like the whole time. Like I'll kind of feel like amazing, and then it just kind of fades away a bit, and then I like come back to it, and that's one thing I find still struggling, but I noticed that it's a lot easier than it was at the beginning. So I'm thinking as I continue on with the meditation, even past 30 days, that those feelings are going to be a lot easier to kind of cultivate, like more on command and things like that. In terms of feelings of mindfulness and consciousness, I feel like definitely I'm noticing my mood a lot more. Like I notice when I'm holding my breath in my chest, I notice how, say after I'm on social media for a while, how I feel, and just I feel like my awareness of my body's reactions to the things that are going around me have become a lot more heightened. I'm really able to reflect on things that I'll do in my day-to-day and be like, okay, did that make me feel good? Did that not? And yeah. So yeah, I'm still enjoying it, still sticking with it. I find that having like a purpose behind a meditation and not just kind of sitting and listening to breathing has been really nice. Like having something to think about, to say, and having kind of like a, not necessarily a goal with meditation, because I feel like meditation itself is the goal, but the idea of knowing what the greater benefits are beneath that type of meditation has been helping me. Plus it's kind of fun to say something rather than to just like listen to your breath. But yeah, that's my update so far. Let's keep on keeping on into the future. I'll let you know. So it's officially been a month since I started doing transcendental meditation every day for 30 days. And here are what my key takeaways were. There were 3 things that I wanted to kind of either improve or understand the difference of when I started doing transcendental meditation, and these were sleep, so having improved sleep, reduced anxiety, and reduced pain as well. And for the last thing, as you may not have known, I have in the past had different inflammatory issues, so having joint pain at certain times or muscle pain and things like that. So I wanted to see the overall decrease in that pain. In terms of sleep, I found that there wasn't necessarily a huge difference in my sleep, because before I do sleep really well. Like, I find that once I'm asleep, I'm dead asleep pretty well, unless I get up in the night to go to the washroom, but I'm pretty much dead asleep. I did notice, however, that this past month I wasn't doing as much exercise on a daily basis, or as rigorous exercise, and I think that had maybe played a part in my ability to fall asleep sooner or as quickly as I went to go to sleep or wanted to go to sleep. So I don't know how much transcendental meditation helped in my sleep. I think because I only did transcendental meditation for 20 minutes once a day, if I had done it maybe at night before I went to bed, maybe that will have a difference. So maybe I'll try that in the future, see if that has a difference on my sleep, because I've only been doing it in the mornings every day. In terms of anxiety having been reduced, I think it has to a certain degree. For sure, it's hard to tell tangibly because I didn't keep a journal, which I should have done. But I definitely notice when I am anxious for sure, and can use like tactics such as breathing to reduce anxiety when I am. So I think that's probably the biggest thing, is really just noticing when I feel anxious and then just being able to recognize that and reduce it from there by using tactics that I have. And the biggest, most awesome thing is that within the past month, I definitely have felt a reduction in pain. That being said, I'm also doing a lot of other things such as chiropractor, ozone, and different infusions and stuff to reduce pain. So it isn't necessarily all because of the transcendental meditation and the mantra. However, I definitely don't think that it took away from my experience. I do notice that after I meditate, my muscles feel calmer. I'm able to relax further, especially because a lot of the pain is in like my muscles and being tense. I notice that after I do like heavy breathing while I am doing my meditation, that I feel more relaxed. So would I recommend transcendental meditation to someone else? I think for sure, especially if you're someone who's starting out with meditation and you're not really sure which way is up or down and you're not sure what to do, you can always look and find a mantra, and it's a really easy way to get started. Especially when meditation can really seem daunting at the beginning, it's a really concrete way to get started by just repeating a mantra over and over and over in your head. And in the future, I'm definitely going to be continuing to do my mantra meditation, my 20 minutes every single day in the future, because I found that even though I have a past meditation practice, which was mostly focused on breathing or doing different meditations from that were guided, I found that this way is really easy to just kind of relax. I found that this meditation is kind of no nonsense in some ways. Like, I think with other meditations, I really feel pressure to be focused on certain things, and when my mind wanders, I feel that I didn't get any benefit from the meditation, if that makes sense, even though that's obviously not true. Just in my head, I feel like I'm not getting the benefits. However, with the mantra meditation and being able to repeat it, it feels like it's a way for my brain to really focus, and I find that my brain is generally really scattered. So for me, I find that mantra meditation is really helpful just in terms of like focusing my brain so that it doesn't go everywhere when I'm trying to meditate. I hope that this was helpful. I hope you gained some insight into what meditation and mantra meditation is like. If you have any questions about it, feel free to put them down below in the comment section and let me know what you're thinking about mantra meditation or what your past experiences are with it. Now have a great day. I will see you next time.